All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh, Ba'asham Rachak Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to all you sincere can. And this is your brother Abawan back again with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rachak Kwadash. All praises and glory is due. And this is the book of Jeremiah 32, verse 36. And now, therefore, thus saith Yahweh, the power of Israel, concerning this city whereof ye say, it shall be delivered into the hand of the king of Babylon by the sword and by the famine and by the pestilence. Behold, I will gather them out of all countries, whither I have driven them in mine anger and in my fury and in great wrath, and I will bring them again unto this place, and I will cause them to dwell safely, and they shall be my people, and I will be their power. And that is the prophecy of the nation of Israel. And the reason why this prophecy is relevant is because you have currently in the Holy Land, right? You have these imposters, okay? Because that's exactly what they are, imposters, and it is being revealed every day, day by day, more and more, that these people are imposters. They are not the real inhabitants, and they are not fulfilling prophecy. Because you have this common narrative that exists where they say that the small hearts, right, the 1948ers, are fulfilling Bible prophecy by returning to the land of Israel. Okay, and they say that, well, this is Bible prophecy. This was prophesied to happen, that the people of the Lord, quote unquote, are returning back to the Holy Land. Well, guess what? The people of the Lord are also leaving the Holy Land as well. Quote unquote, of course. The quote unquote people of the Lord are also leaving the Holy Land as well. And this is the times of Israel, written 19th of July 2024. Data shows post October 7th, which of course October 7th was when the initial strike from Hamas to the IDF that ended up killing all those all those Israelis during that period, or actually took place. The one where I believe they either kidnapped hostages, but a lot of them got killed. They were in a nightclub in Israel, and something like that happened. The initial attack that Hamas, you know, waged on Israel, where they destroyed the IDF, where they destroyed IDF bases. Okay, that was what happened on October 7th. So yeah, data shows post October 7th, immigration surge from Israel, which has been stabilized. More Israelis were already moving abroad mid 2023 compared to the previous year, but departures spiked after Hamas led attack before quickly going back down in the following months, right? Because these people, okay, these people that are living in the state of Israel, the small hearts, they have been leaving the land of Israel at a increasing rate, okay, ever increasing rate. A lot of them are straight up leaving that land. And of course, you know why, aside from the fact that they have no peace in the land, so they are not dwelling safely. And that right there, shows that that's one part of the prophecy that is not being fulfilled. And also, secondly, the fact that once again they are not dwelling safely because a a lot of things are happening to those small hearts as they are living in that land. Not only are they in constant war with basically every nation around them, because they are surrounded by um Arabs, okay, by Muslims. That's the term I'm looking for. And a lot of those Muslim nations, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Palestine, of course, a lot of these Muslim nations, they don't like those small hearts, man. In fact, let me just get this right real quick. A map of the Middle East, which is exactly where those 1948ers are, right? A map of the Middle East to show you all the nations that are surrounding them. So this is right here. So you have, where is right here? So you have Israel, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Syria, and Jordan. I think in Yemen should be somewhere around right. This is right here, Yemen, and Iran is right there. Okay, and you have them being surrounded by all these, oh, and this is Lebanon too, of course. Let's not forget that Lebanon. But having them being surrounded by Arabs, basically. Egypt is an Arab country, okay. Saudi Arabia is an Arab country. Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, and even Palestine. Of course, Palestine is not recognized as a nation. That's why you can't see any label of Palestine here, because they are not recognized as a nation by the world, basically, because all that land to Esau, Edom is just the land of the small hearts, okay. When even these small hearts, they are not fulfilling prophecy because they are not dwelling safely in the Holy Land, right? They are dwelling in peril, and this current conflict between them and Palestine even proves that, because they are not safe there, and they are at constant war, and you have constant attacks being waged on them by the inhabitants of that land. So let me also go to the book of, and there are so many precepts that go into this about how when our people are restored back to the Holy Land, okay, that they will, when the true Israelites, let me say it like that, when the true Israelites are restored back to the Holy Land, they will live in safety and no longer have to worry or fear about any enemy attacks or any other form of judgment from the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, but would rather be dwelling, and let's just read that. So this is the book of Ezekiel 28, verse 25. Thus saith Adawan Yahweh, when I shall have gathered the house of Israel, and that's another thing right there, all of the nation will be living in the land of Israel, in the state of Israel, not just the nation, not just Judah or Levi, right? Like this Mohas like to say, because up till now they are still looking up and down for the rest of the lost tribes. They don't know where the other tribes are. They don't know where the lost tribes are. They are still looking up and down in search for the lost tribes. You have different documentaries going into that, and that shows you that these prophecies are not being fulfilled. Okay, what you are seeing with these small hearts being in the Holy Land is not a fulfillment of the prophecy of Ezekiel or Isaiah or Jeremiah, where it says that our people will be our people, okay? Or rather, I should say the real Israelites, the true Israelites will be restored to the Holy Land, but it is a fulfillment of a different prophecy, and I will get to that. But let me finish this up first. Ezekiel 28, verse 25. Thus saith Adawan Yahweh, when I shall have gathered the house of Israel from the people among whom they are scattered, and shall be sanctified in them in the sight of the heaven, then shall they dwell in their land that I have given to my servant Jacob, and they shall dwell safely therein, and shall build houses and plant vineyards. Yea, they shall dwell with confidence when I have executed judgments upon all those that despise them round about them, and they shall know that I am Yahweh their power. And it's funny how you say they fulfill prophecy, but the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushua did not do this. Where is the judgment that is being brought upon the enemies that you have round about you? I just opened up the map. I just showed you that all the nations that are around about the state of Israel, they don't like them, man. They will, all those nations, right? Or at the very least, the majority of those nations, the small hearts, the Israelis have had wars with Egypt, right? The conflict with Saudi Arabia. We all know about Iran. The Iraq and the state of Israel are not on good terms. And let's not even get started with Palestine, that are basically in that exact same land as Israel, right? Where they are always in conflict. And you see what the Palestinians with them, Hamas and the Houthi, are doing right now in the state of Israel. How, explain to me how any of the things that are happening in Israel right now is dwelling in safety. We're not even talking about their King David, right? Okay, I've forgotten the name that his real name. The Malcolm always goes into that. How his name is not Benjamin Netanyahu, but it's actually something else. I've forgotten what his name actually is. Their King David over there. Ben Netanyahu, about how he's basically sold his people. How he basically lets you small hearts go up shit creek without a paddle. Right now, they are catching hell because he's trying to get himself, he's trying to distract the people, right, from his own corruption using these wars. And this is just showing you more and more that you aren't the real Israelites, you are the real people, because And let me just get that preset, because even the scriptures tells you that what prophecy, right? Those small hearts that are in the land right now are fulfilling. Let's get that. So this is the book of Luke 21, verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And right now, it is still happening. And now that is still happening to this day, where the land of Israel, the Holy Land, is being trodden by the Gentiles. And it's not just the land where the 48 as are, but it's all of the land, the whole land of Israel. That is from the border of Egypt all the way to, and I don't, let me not get the map, but if you know about the ancient map of Israel, right? That's actually the real Holy Land. So it cuts into Saudi Arabia, all those lands that are round about Israel. It's also that, though they are also dwelling in parts of the Holy Land as well. And amen. The time is still coming when the real people of the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai will dwell and possess the Holy Land. And when that happens, you will see the difference between the way the small hearts are living, right, quote unquote, in the land of Israel right now, and how the true Israelites, when the Most High restores them, right? I just want to read a little bit more of this article and read, because this clearly shows you that these are not the people, man. And it clearly and it could and hey, let me just read the article, because there's really nothing much else to say. Okay. The number of Israelis who permanently left Israel spiked after Hamas's October 7th massacre and the ensuing outbreak of war in Gaza, but dropped in the following months and has now stabilized, according to data from the Central Bureau of Statistics cited by Channel 12 News. And when Esau is talking about stabilize, it means that, oh well, the number of small hearts that are living the state of Israel right now are back to the normal number of small hearts that normally leave the state of Israel, which is still a lot. Okay, let's continue reading. The figures showed a huge spike in emigration during October 2023, the month when Palestinian terrorists invaded southern Israel, killing some 1,200 people and taking 251 hostages, starting the ongoing war. About 12,300 Israelis left the country that month and had not returned as of 2024. This compared to only 3,200 who left permanently the year before, a 285% increase. So yeah, even these small hearts are beginning to fear for their own safety in that land, and are starting to leave for to find a safer place, because hey, at the end of the day, and there are more precepts I want to go into, but if I get those precepts right now, YouTube is going to take this video down straight. Okay, you know, uh, that but that shows you right there, man. That's like I really say. This is telling, okay? This is telling. That's all I can say, because there isn't really much else to say. They are, they are not the. They are. You basically just they are that. They're basically just that imposters. They aren't who they are claiming to be. And the Most High, however, Shami is revealing them in this time. So let's continue. Okay, so this is a different. This is a different thing. So I'm looking for here it is. This is what I was looking for. All right, Israel's war on Gaza. Jews are leaving Israel in disillusion. They've been leaving for a long time. So this actually came out 2022, 16th of December 2022, and it's highlighting that historically, right, even before any Hamas attacked the state of Israel, these Hamas were already, leaving the country in mass, and it's only just being escalated in this time, because more and more Bible prophecy is being fulfilled. So continuing on, a new movement to leave Israel after the recent elections is part of a long tradition of disillusioned Jewish colonists departing the land. The Israeli newspaper Ma'ariv reported this week on a new movement whose goal is to facilitate the emigration of Israeli Jews to the United States. You can't make me. Hey, look, man. This is just like I said. This is just telling. This is actually quite comedic right here, because on one hand you have the Christians running around screaming about how Bible prophecy is being fulfilled and the Jews are fulfilling Bible prophecy, but then on the other hand you have some of these small hearts that are straight up running, fleeing the Holy Land and running to Babylon the Great, and that shows you, man, that hey, trusting in the shadow of Egypt. But of course, that only applies to the true Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. So much for fulfilling Bible prophecy. Though at the end of the day, by the end of the day, you already know that they are not the true people. So let's continue reading. So as I was saying, um, the Israeli newspaper Ma'ariv reported this week on a new movement whose goal is to facilitate the emigration of Israeli Jews to the United States following the recent Israeli elections, which, in their view, alters the Zionist state's relationship to religion. The group, which calls itself Leaving the Country Together, plans to move 10,000 Israeli Jews in the first stage of its plan. Leaders of the group include Israel's anti-Netanyahu activist Yaniv Gorlik and Israeli-American businessman Mordecai Kahana. The departure of Jewish colonists from Palestine is hardly a new phenomenon. Kahana, who has historically been active in bringing Jewish colonists to Israel, told the newspaper, after years of smuggling Jews from war zones in Yemen, Afghanistan, Syria, and Ukraine to Israel, I decided to help Israelis make Aliyah to the US. It is time to offer the Zionist movement an alternative in case things in Israel keep getting worse. And that's something that you find out that a lot of these small hearts have, backup plans of places that they can emigrate to in case, things in the state of Israel get even more hairy, right? Places in South America, Babylon the Great, of course, and other parts of the world. And this is nothing new, man, because, like I said, they're not fulfilling Bible prophecy, okay? This is just, it is very telling. It just shows you what time we're in. It shows you, what the men of the Lord have been saying for decades now. Impostors, and Rukab will still defend them, right? These Christians will still defend them and still call them the chosen people, because ultimately they always have one excuse or one lie to hide behind. But that's just how it is for them. But this is the reality right here that we are reading, okay? And there's still a little more going into the article, but yeah, I can get the points. Let me just leave it at that. So once again, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Basham, Yahshai, Basham, Raka, Kwadash, Wa Abad Baba, Shawa, Sawadi, Basham, Yahshai.